Hello Hovians, and welcome back to the main channel. Today we're trying out a brand new method of 1, setup, and 2, microphone, because if you saw my video what I got for my birthday, then you know I got the interview equipment, which is basically the microphone tucked away in a nice little windshield, so that it looks just like the actual thing. So sorry there was a microphone interruption there. I was just putting the windshield back on. So when you're outside and when you're inside, it's the B's and the P's that don't get in the way. So today we're talking about Tales from the Tardis. Last night, Thursday the 20th of June 2024, in the UK on BBC4, they aired Tales from the Tardis, Pyramids of Mars, which is where Millie Gibson, aka Ruby Sunday, and Judy Gatwa, aka the Doctor, sat in the memory TARDIS whilst the Doctor told Ruby the last time he fought Sutek, which was when he was the 4th Doctor, played by Tom Baker, and his companion was Sarah J. Smith, played by the late great Elizabeth Sladen. Pyramid of Mars is a newly omnibused episode, as in like they re-omnibused it, and they've added some new special effects, which could mean that we might get a new collection box set on the horizon. Who actually knows? Well, the people that made the DVD box set probably know that what's coming next. So, let's start the reason why we're reviewing this today. We're reviewing it because A, I want to try and review as many Tales from the TARDISes as possible. B, I'm not here to review Empires of Death or even watch it on either at the time it airs on BBC One or at midnight. So I have to review when I get a chance. This is my this is what you're gonna get instead whilst we start that, because I'm not available this weekend, so there won't be any videos across the Mason universe at all this weekend. Anyway, so this review will mainly contain reviewing opinions on the bookends rather than the actual episode itself, the middle bit. But we will talk briefly about what the special effects mean for the future of this series. So, how is the effect? Because some of the effects were done probably on purpose just to help hint to something. So, let's talk about the negatives before we talk about the positives. So we've got them out the window. Out the way, shall we say. First of all, my first negative is, it has to be, why on earth were they sat on the floor? Why on earth were they sat on the floor? That's my first question, because why would you... I wouldn't normally choose to sit on the floor if I was in a memory TARDIS and chairs. Now, I would never be in the situation where I'm in a memory TARDIS, because Doctor Who is a TV programme, and time travel at this present time, which is Friday the 21st of June 2024, time travel doesn't seem to be scientifically possible or exist yet. The second thing I want to approach is, why is it so dark? Now, usually, I'm like, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that would be amazing. Oh yeah, that's my favourite bit of the episode. Oh yeah, I love that. But this time it's like, what? Why? And the reason why, and I'll tell you the reason why in a minute. The reason why it's like that, no one knows, because A, didn't explain it, and B, every other episode tells of the TARDIS, because at this point you have to compare what came before. Looks very bright, and no one's going to call it Tales of the TARDIS Pyramid. No one's going to call it Tales of the TARDIS 2024. They're all going to call it Tales of the TARDIS Pyramid of Mars. But I don't get why it's so darker than the others, or why they're on the floor. I understand why the costumes are different to the Legend of Ruby Sunday, because that's what they might be wearing in Empire of Death. Who knows? I hope that we're going to get an explanation why Mel was there. She wasn't in Tales from the TARDIS, but why she's there in the trailer. So it includes a memory Tardis. That'd be nice to get some behind. But I just think that there's a lot wrong with it, because they didn't explain why they were there, how they got there. It seemed like Ruby and the Doctor just felt like they were at home, as in when they put Maureen O'Brien and Rita Purvis, when they were in it, Tales from the TARDIS, they appeared. I went, huh? What? Where am I? What is this place? And you then believe that them not knowing what place they're in, or knowing all this detail, makes perfect sense, because how are they supposed to know what is happening, if you will? And then it makes you think, yeah, this is a mystery, this is out of the ordinary, this isn't what you normally expect to see. But in this case, you don't get any of that. And that's what made Tales of the TARDIS quite interesting, because it's like, they were transported there, the only way they get out is by retelling the tale, they don't know what the Doctor is, they don't know what's going on. And this time it's like, yeah, well, we've been here for the last 4 million years, and we're not sitting on that chair. I'm not doing an impression of anyone, it's just the only voice I could attempt to. We're not gonna sit on those chairs. Why? Well, the floor's comfy. We're gonna use the cloth thingamajig that were in Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS. We're gonna use it at the campfire, not the orb of all stories. What I mean by that is that it is the beam thing that sent you to whichever classic story you were flying, aiming at to. So, let's talk about the brand new effects, because there's a lot of criticism and a lot of positivity you can give to a cut down omnibus edition of any Doctor Who story, but these new effects were the type of thing they do on the collection box sets. They're up there as well. What they do on the collection box, it's the type of thing that you see on them, so it's worth saying, is it good? Because I've never actually watched, I'll be honest, I've never watched a story I've never watched a story in classic Who, in the box sets that have the new special effects, so it's my first experience of new effects. So Sutekh appearing out the tomb is the first thing that has the modern, what do I call it? The modern vortex, that's it. Modern vortex, because I don't know why it has the modern vortex, but it just does. Which I think makes it slightly more intriguing to say, right, this is why we do this. I couldn't tell you much more of why, but at the moment in time, that is why. So Sutekh must be able to bounce around in the vortex, is what they're trying to apply by adding this as a new effect. I didn't really recognise many other effects that were new, so the only one that really caught my eye. So I'm a little bit confused where the other special effects are, but if anyone can tell me where the special effects are, then that'll be greatly appreciated. My other several opinions is that the story itself, I've seen it only once before, and I think that it was really, really good. I couldn't tell where the cliffhangers should have been. It was nicely edited. There was bits that were cut out that shouldn't have been cut out, but I'm not reviewing the episode in deep depth. I'm only talking about the Tales of the TARDIS element of it. So I think that it worked really well as a story. The ending of the other bookend at the other end, not so much, because it never explains why they're there. I would love a brief explanation of What? And hopefully those bookend scenes get replayed again in Empire of Death if Tales from the Tardis is that important. Because I know that outside of the UK no one else will have seen Tales from the Tardis or. So I just think if they repeat the scene we could get more of an explanation and that could make Tales of the Tardis look clearer. But overall, I think that Tales of the TARDIS, this episode of Pyramid of Mars was a let's say, romp. But it was very good. I quite enjoyed it, and I would watch it again. I would always watch Tales of the TARDIS again. Why would you not? So yeah, so that's my review. So out of 10, or out of 7, because there was only 7 episodes of Tales of the TARDIS so far. This will be episode 7. Then I'll give it a 7 out of 7, which is the highest accolade you can give it, because it's out of 7. So, there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. The setup will change again, back to how it normally is. I thought if I do it like this, it'll look alright, and it doesn't look the best, but we will improve it, and still, I'm probably going to read the manual after this. Worked out the ISO, so I am slightly overexposed, but got a microphone, so the audio should be slightly better. So, there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Bye!
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.